who is it that's having the thought? I mean, look at what we say in language. We actually say, I had a thought. That's what we say. I had a thought. Well, who is the I that's having the thought? So, if you're spiritual, you might even say, well, maybe that's your soul. If you're psychological, you could say maybe it is the id. If you're more neuropsychological or neurological, you might say, well, that's the database, and it's all the cultural conditioning and all the stuff that I've been fed. I kind of go with the database idea that that we take in information and it gets stored in our database. But what happens in meditation is that as we spend a certain amount of time every single day going into that metacognition and watching our thoughts, we start to notice patterns. We start to notice these recurring thoughts. And because we're doing metacognition regularly every day as a practice, you can't do it just once in a while. You have to see the patterns. And then you can ask yourself, oh, I keep getting this thought that tells me that I'm a piece of what. And then you might ask yourself, from that metacognitive state, you might ask yourself, is that really true? Is that really helpful? So you can't absolve yourself of the thought, because whatever you resist persists. You can't say, I don't want to think about that. I want to throw that away. But what you can do is you can allow it to come up, and you can allow it to come up until, in effect, it becomes boring. You've seen it so many times now. It just becomes boring. And when it becomes boring, it has no effect on you anymore. It doesn't have the power.